We're talking about podcasts. We're talking about itty bitty podcasts. A podcast.
Merry Mini Monday, Chunkies. I'm Carter.
Doge.
Jordan.
Guys,
Yes.
The Lion King, the one that we didn't like as much as the OG.
Yep.
It's made more than $1 billion.
Cool.
Yeah.
Not to mention that it's one of the top 10 highest grossing movies of all time.
Wow.
Dude, did any of
Good.
us have that this year?
Nope.
Yeah.
Nobody had
Yeah.
that for box office
Hey,
ball.
Keegan-Michael Key, I've said this before, Keegan-Michael Key would have been a choice pick.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Box office ball.
it's just $800,000 away from being number one, but it's certainly, or not number one, number 10 in the
Okay.
top 10.
So
But
it's going to
certainly-
hit it.
So
It'll get there.
it's going to be passing and bumping out of the top 10. Tell me if this movie deserves it. Black Panther. Do you think The Lion King is better than Black Panther?
No.
No.
The
Yeah.
original? Sure.
Yeah.
The original
remake?
Black Panther?
No.
Sure.
Yeah.
The remake? No.
The Lion King is also higher. Number 12, right behind it, is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2.
Okay.
That is crazy to me. So right now, currently in theaters, Disney has 5 movies that are still in theaters that have made $1 billion. Toy Story 4 just passed $1 billion. Aladdin surprisingly made $1 billion. Spider-Man Far From Home, The Lion King, and Avengers Endgame, which is the number 1 movie of all time.
At this point, why don't they just add like a Disney tax to everybody's
Yeah.
income and just let us watch it all when it comes out for free?
and you know
'Cause
it'll
we're all
happen.
going to go.
We said last week, it'll happen for Frozen. It'll for
Yeah.
sure happen for Star Wars.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So that'll be 7, and the prediction had been 6. So it's
Does
officially
Disney get that Spider-Man money or does that go to Sony?
That's a
it's
good question.
still.
Do they like alternate
They gotta have
weekends?
some of it, right?
Like every other weekend Disney
That's
gets
interesting
Spidey?
because when they say
Weekends
the
and
studio,
holidays, I think.
when they
is
say the
Disney.
studio on Box Office Mojo, there's like a studio column in that spreadsheet. They say Sony.
Huh.
So
Yeah, I
don't know.
I think it's like weekends, holidays, and birthdays that Disney gets Spider-Man.
okay. Oh gosh. The school series has been fun. We've only done
So
one.
fun.
We're about
Yeah.
to do our second one tomorrow.
Fun and one.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off is tomorrow. I wanted
That's
to look
true.
up. We don't really get to spend a lot of time on TV shows,
Right.
Yeah.
but there's so many high school. I'm just going to say high school, right? Instead of just school TV shows. Because if you do school, you can do like Hey Arnold, Recess,
Yes.
like
I
a bunch
love
of.
high school TV shows.
Okay, so I looked up the Rolling Stones top 100 TV shows of all time.
Mhm.
Okay, how many do you think show up in the top 50?
How many high school
How many high
shows?
school ones?
20 at least.
17.
4.
What?
Whoa.
Yeah. So high school shows.
Are these like top rated or top viewed?
It's Rolling Stones, so it's however they measure that.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea.
I love this trend of you asking us a question and us just beefing it on Mini Monday.
Well,
We look dumb on this one.
I was surprised too, though.
I guess I assumed that if it was viewership, I don't know.
Like, question. Do you count? I don't know if any of us have seen Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but
I
it showed
haven't.
up on some lists of high school movies.
I actually really want to see Buffy.
Yeah, let's count it as high school.
Okay.
Let's give it to him.
Yeah,
so
I would say so.
There's only 4 in the top 50.
Jeez.
Buffy shows up at number 38.
Okay. That's one of the 4.
That's one of the 4. And then we have at number 35, My So-Called Life,
I don't even
which
know
I've
that.
never seen. And I only started seeing this pop up when I was looking at any list. And this was one of the most comprehensive lists because some of it is, if it's a source I've never heard of, I'm not going to share it. Like Paste. Have you heard of Paste magazine?
No.
Well, they've got
Yes.
a very, very long list of high school movies.
Okay.
Maybe that's just all they're known for. But then we do have a number 24 and a number 11. So these would be considered Rolling Stone's top 2 high school movies, high
Right.
school settings of all time.
Shows.
Do you want to take shows ever? Do you want to take a guess at 24 and 11?
I want it to be Saved by the Bell, but I don't think it is.
Saved by the Bell didn't even show up on this list.
Yeah.
Shows.
Because when number 100 was like Eastbound and Down on this
Okay.
list.
Okay.
And then number 1 was Sopranos.
Oh, okay.
Two
Yeah.
Breaking Bad.
Right.
You know,
okay.
you start
3, The Wire,
Dang,
probably.
right.
okay.
Yeah. I mean, you
Well,
start
on this
thinking about
scale,
those kinds of
I'm
shows.
shocked there's any high school movies in the top 50
That right?
What did you
So-
say you wanted it to be?
shows, not movies. I wanted it to be Saved by the Bell really bad, but I get why it's not.
Have we got a Boy Meets World in there?
We don't. Not at 24 at 11.
The Wonder Years?
No, but it's on the list later.
Yeah, that's a good pull.
It's on the list in the 60s with like Happy Days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
High School, Breaking Bad's kind of a high school movie, if you think about it.
It is at the
I
beginning.
think it's a show.
Yeah,
It's not a movie.
That too. It's a high school show.
This is already going to be in our little title caption. We don't know the difference between shows and movies. Number 24 is Friday Night Lights.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
that totally makes sense.
Number 11, any guesses here? We had a lot of current day stars start on this show, like a surprising amount.
I still feel like it's the one. Oh, Freaks and Geeks.
Freaks and
yeah,
Geeks
I
is
can
number
say
11. Freaks and Geeks is the highest on Rolling Stone's list of the top-rated TV shows of all time.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Didn't it only run for like 2 seasons, maybe even 1?
It was 2 or 3 seasons.
Okay.
Yeah, which is crazy to me.
Yeah.
And I when I was reading the blurb on it, a lot of it was the credit to, I mean, this was a really, it was, if it was current day, someone like the fans would have not stood for
Would
it.
have rioted.
And
Yeah.
someone would have brought it
That
back.
show was Judd Apatow, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
And there's rumor that there's going to be a reunion season,
No way. That's
Uh,
weird.
which is weird.
It feels like
I don't,
something Netflix would grab up and
Yeah,
produce.
I know.
100%.
And I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
Because I have seen Freaks and Geeks, and I can't imagine how they would make that work.
I need to try Freaks and Geeks again. It did not have the same charm for me. I only got a couple episodes in
Yeah.
and gave up freshman year of college, but
Yeah.
it didn't have the same charm for me that it seems to for everybody else. So I'd be interested to try it again.
I would say I'm not on the same level as Rolling Stones.
Right.
Like it didn't have that charm for me either.
Sure.
Why is that funny? I'm just not on the level. You want to go to Paradise?
Oh,
More than
anything.
anyone can imagine.
Paradise is a really hard show to know where to start talking about it.
I say let's go back to the beginning.
The very beginning.
2001.
A few things that stood out to me. The sonnets of John Paul Jones.
Oh,
yes,
man.
yes. My favorite television moment of this entire year.
And he was killing it.
I know.
Everything
Until he
about
wasn't.
this is JPJ in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Like that like it wasn't even a minute, I bet.
Yeah,
That
it was the
35
best.
seconds is the most JPJ thing.
I watched
Yes.
that entire sequence with my arms raised in the air like I was signaling a touchdown.
Oh my gosh.
I was so freaking excited.
Yeah, I was
The
doing
best
like
part for me was when he revealed himself from under the 2 giant pillows and was like, please don't tell Tayshia I'm doing this.
well, JPJ, I thought he was doing some kind of meditation.
Yeah.
I thought it was like some hippie type thing.
Right.
He's like,
no,
hey, please don't tell anybody.
it's Shakespeare.
It's just Shakespeare.
Because my dude is apparently wicked smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm telling you.
Do you pronounce it Tayshia? Or
Tayshia.
I pronounce it the way she does.
Tayshia.
Tayshia.
Does she
Yes.
say Tayshia?
Yeah.
Who says
Yeah.
Tayshia on the show? People keep calling her Tayshia.
I don't think anybody.
Nobody.
You lies.
I don't
Only-
think
You
so, man.
lies.
Only you, Quarter, says Tayshia.
Dodge? Can't believe she's digging the JPJ.
I'm glad.
I can.
She should have been the Bachelorette. She's great.
Yes.
So that's number 1.
She's way better than Alabama Hannah.
big time. And
Alabama.
Alabama.
Hannah.
Babalama.
Hannah.
But the fact that she sees something that I see in John Paul Jones makes me very excited for both my taste in men and also for John Paul Jones himself.
Yeah. Yeah. Can I tell you my favorite part of this episode?
Please.
Yes.
2 episodes.
These 2 episodes, we do get 4 hours of BIP a week.
It's not, and it's still not enough somehow.
Somehow it's still not enough, especially with how this ended. And that'll be the last thing we talk about.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
My favorite part, though, was just the implosion of Cam.
Walking alone.
This confident boy just was shattered.
Oh,
Dude,
And I
I
loved
feel so bad
every
rooting
minute.
for the breakdown of another
Dude.
human. But every shot of him like staring off into the water
Production, dude,
and
editing.
then bumping his head on like
Yes.
chandeliers and
Dude,
stuff.
they
Oh my
Buster
gosh.
Bluethed him 100%.
Exactly.
With
I was
that-
thinking that we were all thinking the same thing.
the conversation. Like just Ed, there's all these couples and then us just a twosome and then a shot that reveals that Cam is there.
he goes, it's a threesome
there's 3
actually.
of us.
And then he goes, oh, I forgot about you. He goes, so did everybody else. And he gets up and leaves.
What's the Charlie Brown music? Also in Arrested Development that they play.
Yeah.
It is the Christmas time thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That I thought that too, as he's just walking away. But you can tell he's got zero confidence.
No, I mean,
Cam
he
is
shattered.
gone.
He's a broken man.
Girls have the roses right now. Cam is gone.
Oh, it's not even close.
And I'm kind of sad about it.
And the fact that, this transitions us nicely because my boy, Dean Unglert, finally showed back up.
This was a weird episode.
I love the man.
I know.
So much.
We have found out really pretty ladies are very attracted to guys who don't have dreams, who don't have jobs, and then also some Latin men that are really not 2019.
Right.
And objectified.
Let's go piece by piece. Yeah. My theory with Dean is not that necessarily that no job, no direction in life is attractive so much as Dean is incredibly attractive.
Oh, yeah.
So whatever he does is a little bit of like,
he's so charming.
Did you notice the McConaughey eye vein?
Yes.
No.
So you know that
with
vein?
Dean?
Something happened. So it's like, it is the mark of the sexy beast is what this means because... Wii Sports Beast. But like, there is have you ever noticed that on Matt McConaughey? It stood out to me in True Detective.
Little vein. Yeah.
At one point in his life, when he reached this vagabond level of attractiveness,
it just popped out.
He got this little bit of a vein. It's not even colored. It's just like this little vein under an eye. And Dean had it. And I knew exactly where I had seen that before.
I think that might have been the vein. Something about Dean was giving me hardcore McConaughey, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days vibes.
He's just charming, and my boy has put in the therapy work and is coming back knowing who he is, and he's ready to just settle down.
He really has.
Settle down is relative. But so he comes in, and Kaylin's immediately like, mustache,
Dibs.
I'm in.
Yeah.
And Cam's like, I hope Dean... He's like, man, I sure hope that Dean doesn't come between me and Kaylin. And Kaylin's like, who are you again?
Yeah,
and, I mean, if that dude thought that she was doing anything but trying to get a rose from him that first rose ceremony, he is.
Did you catch how they turned his catchphrase against him? They keep saying ABC.
That was
who's
also
getting a rose?
top moment.
ABC,
Here's the thing.
anyone but Cam.
Yeah.
Jordan is really funny.
Yes,
I love him.
I used to dislike this guy.
Yeah,
same.
Big time.
But Jordan and Demi sitting on that
just roasting people?
cot roasting people down.
Yep.
They were so
down.
funny. He said he thought he smelled
show.
formaldehyde in Chris's room. Or is it Chris? Is that the older guy?
Yeah.
Man.
The one that's with Katie right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so,
oh man.
So I love that. We'll get to Jordan in just a second, but we got to talk about Christian, the guy that comes in and steals Nicole from my boy Clay, which is garbage.
Dude. Christian is a Hollister ad from 2003 that came to life.
Cheesy.
I don't like him. You can tell he's okay. You can't tell. I'm not going to make an assumption about this guy because he's on a show where they'll probably bend the truth a little bit, to make more money.
Sure.
He does not seem very smart.
No, he seems pretty dumb.
And it's like, especially after hearing the first season that he was on, which I can't remember, it was Becca or something.
Yeah, night one.
He left night one.
He left night one because he's such an alpha that he doesn't know what to do. But then finally he comes out and he's like, no, not this time. He's like so aggressively like, so in a game I play called League of Legends, okay, there is a certain item that you can get that buffs you. Okay, and there's like this red haze around you. Like that's what he felt like. He was coming in aggressive.
Just aggro.
And at times, at seconds, invulnerable.
Sure.
And just going after what he wants. Well, and he was, man, the way I was trying to tell Chelsea, I was trying to hit on my wife the way that he was hitting, and it doesn't work in real life.
Sure.
No.
Right.
But it was like, he was saying like gorgeous. Well, how was he saying gorgeous? He was like, you're just gorgeous. Like winking and like,
he's like a lip-biting, lip-licking, winking, flexing type boy.
I did enjoy listening to them speak in Spanish together.
Yeah,
that was
sweet. Cool. That was fun.
Well, and that's one of those things where it's like that's got to feel good to finally, But here's the thing: he comes in. So Clay is a sweetheart. Love Clay.
Teddy Bale.
Nicole was all about him until this dude comes in and just like sweeps her off of her feet. But he's just so cheesy. I can't handle it. But then
I don't think it's cheesy. I think it's gross.
No. He's cheesy. Like everything about him is just like cheese ball, gross to me. Like he seems like he would stand outside of a bar.
Cheesy
like,
seems too kindergarten.
Hey, baby, you know what I mean?
This man is a gross. He should be in prison.
He's pretty gross. Whoa.
He feels like the kind of guy, and I realize this is probably going to hit close to home. He feels like the kind of guy whose favorite movie is Too Fast, Too Furious.
Maybe.
Did y'all get that vibe from him where he was like,
I could see that.
The cars and the babes. Can't beat it.
Yeah.
So we can go on all day about this, but I'm going to leave it here because I don't want to get into the weeds too much on this. Nicole told Clay to be aggressive. And then when Clay comes over and is like, I'd like to steal my girl for a few minutes. And Christian's like, how about never? Nicole's like, Clay, I didn't mean like that way. Like, not right now. Even though that's exactly what Christian did the day before that she said she was super into.
Did you see Nicole like try and hide a smile when she saw Clay? When she saw Clay walking
Angela with Dwight and Andy. She's like, 100%. Fight over me. I love it. And she keeps calling herself the Bachelorette of Paradise.
I think she likes Clay way more than Christian.
You think so?
For sure.
I think she's trying to get the bear mad?
She likes the attention of being the girl people are fighting over.
That's what I think.
But the fact that she is even using the Christian situation to teach Clay how to better take care of her means she likes Clay more. The other dude's a pawn.
I don't think she's teaching Clay at all. I think she's trying to cause drama so that she can be on TV more.
Yeah, I think we're giving her a little too much. Read. I think we're giving her a little too much credit here.
I am supposedly giving her too much credit. Yeah. You two are on a different camp.
I am so out on Nicole.
But
I feel like she wanted to be the Bachelorette and failed. And so now she's like, this is my chance to be pursued by multiple men on live TV. I'm going to take it.
Yeah.
There's probably an inkling of that there, but I do think she likes Clay more.
I can get on board with that.
Claymore?
She likes Claymore.
Explode.
She's giving him the Nicole shoulder.
Right. Speaking of Christian, should we talk about the end?
No, because we need to talk about Demi and Derek.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was, as a whole, I don't know if I would call it necessarily important for television.
Yeah. It was handled very well.
It was handled very well. I appreciated the respect that was shown. I think it was a mature answer to what she had to share in terms of fluidity to Derek.
Sure. Well, and from I don't want to speak too soon because I know we get a moment later where JPJ's like, don't question my reputation, Derek. But from what I understand, Derek is a good dude. He seems to be a good dude to me at least. Yeah. And so like, I'm glad that she was with a good dude who in that moment could, I don't want to say set an example so much as just like put in a good showing of like, this is how you treat another person.
Yeah.
Well, and in that moment say the protagonist of this moment is not me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
That his number one concern is like,
that's a great point.
This is about you. What do you need from this?
Right. That's a very good point.
Yeah. Very good point. We can go to the end now.
Okay.
Please.
This whole Christian... Oh, and at one point, Clay said... So after Christian was coming to try and take Clay away from his one-on-one time, after Christian and Nicole had a date, trying to pull him away. And they're holding hands, by the way, they're in that handshake.
That was such a power move.
That was a power move. I think Clay was the one who had gripped him.
You think he was the one gripping?
I think so.
At the end of that, he says in his like Clay voice, he's like, wow, I feel so jittery.
Yeah. It was just, he's like, ew, this whole thing just made me feel so gross.
Jittery, I think in Clay speak, means I almost broke his everything.
I think you're right. Yep. I think jittery is, I don't think Clay has fight or flight. I think he has fight or fight harder, probably. Yeah. And so, like, I think jittery is like, man, I almost killed a guy just now.
Dude, when he's in that Hawaiian shirt and he's making the Matador Bull reference, and he's got, like, almost all his buttons unbuttoned, I was like, this dude would not have to try hard to kill anyone on this island.
No.
Well, and then...
But the commercials throw me off.
Right.
I should know better. I thought we were going to have a Clay Christian fight.
See, but Clay, I feel like is too even keeled to.
I agree, but for a fraction of a second, I thought.
I know, I agree.
This is the first murder I've ever been down for.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing we have to remember. Jordan Kimball.
He should not have.
He comes from a season where he threw somebody else's teddy bear into the ocean, and all of America and all of the Bachelor in Paradise went, Jordan, you're crazy, man.
Yeah.
And like. Everybody was like, Jordan is inconsequential. He's funny. Let's just let him be crazy. Who cares? It's a teddy bear.
Yeah.
I got the girl. Everybody was on that page when Jordan... Nobody was like, you're going to die, dude. Everybody was like, don't do that. That's mean. And Jordan was like, I'm Jordan Kimball. I'm going to do it. Love this attitude from him.
You talking about for the pinata right now?
Right.
Yeah.
This is what makes him funny.
Well, but Clay and Wills were both like, duh.
Well, but
don't go.
I'm serious. That was the most stern Clay has ever been.
I agree.
Was telling Jordan not to go get this pinata right now.
It didn't come across as like, don't jump in that lion's cage. It came across as like, don't smash the mailbox. You're gonna get in trouble.
Yeah.
And when he
Jordan's
walks over
smiling.
there,
the biggest smile.
That's the thing.
Time.
You have to remember, he comes from a season where this would have been like on the highlight reel and hilarious.
Yeah. Well, and he also hates this dude.
He hates dude.
Christian because Christian's also a model. Well, not to hear Jordan tell it.
Well, and Jordan went on a date with Nicole, right?
Jordan went on a date with Nicole. He knows he's not going to get the rose, and I think he genuinely likes Clay. And so I think it's a mixture of like, my honor's been smashed. He's not a real model, and I have to stand up for models everywhere.
Right.
And my boy Clay is heartbroken. I've got to go rip this pinata from the ceiling.
Somewhere between Derek Zoolander
Yes.
and Dom Toretto.
Yes.
It's like a strange moment.
family. And I thought he was going to drop kick it.
Zoolander.
He
That
talked
would
a
have been
lot
awesome.
on the way over. I
Except
thought
you
he
would
was
have
just going
to,
to
I think
sprint.
there would be a surprising amount of force needed to bust a pinata by drop kicking it.
Oh, I think he just
Unless
wanted it out
you're
of the
Jack
ceiling.
Black.
But he talked so much more than I thought. On his way over, he was like, "So sorry about this, Christian. Seriously, it's not going to be that big of a deal, but I got to do this thing. Here we go. Okay,
That's not part of it. Yeah.
Like, whoa, okay." And then Christian's like, "Not my pinata."
Whoa, hey, no. Like everything. Like Clay just came to steal the girl he's talking to and evidently falling in love with or already
like,
in
"My
love with.
pinata."
And then he's like, hey, man, come on, Clay, don't do that. But you touch the pinata. Christian's freaking
I
out.
think Christian already has fiery beef with Jordan anyway from Men Tell All when Jordan was like, "Who even are you?"
Which was hilarious.
Which was so good.
Yeah.
Demi and Jordan need to host a Tosh.0 style talk show where all they do is roast.
Dude,
absolutely.
they need to get off of Paradise and host a Bachelor recap podcast.
Yes.
They
That is
really
like-
do.
Yes.
But subscribe to ours instead of theirs.
Yes.
We'll
Also
do both. You got that. You got the time.
No, you must pick.
Arnold. Now you have to pick.
You have to choose.
I can't
Only
do
one
an Arnold.
podcast on your phone.
We've got him taking this pinata. There's so much good about this.
Yes.
He's having a hard time taking the pinata down.
And then he suplexes Christian, by the way.
Dude, that's what we're seeing. Like,
It's like
right
a
before.
full suplex.
It's a suplex. And there's about to be, like, when the production team comes in, like
No,
when
I'll tell you
people,
what's actually going to happen.
when people holding people back have wires on.
We're going to get 3
It's
minutes
serious.
of recap and about 18 seconds of fight before they break
yeah.
it up.
For
And
sure.
It's
Yeah.
going to be nothing.
So you think we've already seen the best part of the
I
fight?
100% believe we have already seen the best part of the fight.
Yeah.
I'm just looking for a gif of the suplex.
Yes.
I know, for real.
Yeah, if
I'm
you got one
down
of
for
those,
that.
please send it our way.
Yeah. So going to our teams. So we do have teams here. I lost Bibby. Did anybody else lose somebody?
No, but I think I'm about to lose Wills.
Did you lose somebody?
I don't remember who's
So
on
that
my
means
team.
if I lost Bibby, who was the first one back after Bibby?
Does it have to be a girl?
Nope.
Okay, then I think it...
It's Dean, isn't it?
Is it?
Post rose ceremony.
Somebody else showed up this week.
Right. But was he post rose ceremony? What, Mike? So is Mike on Mike?
Oh, it would be
So
Mike.
you got Mike?
Okay. So then Mike has joined the team of Blake, Derek, and Nicole. I've got some
Wow, you got some
spicy...
dramies. I've got JPJ and Demi and Tayshia and Cam.
Yeah, you're about to lose
Cam.
him.
Do you
So-
get bonus points if two people on your team fall in love with each other?
No.
No.
Well,
Sorry.
I think you should.
No.
Yeah, I do think I'm going to lose Wills at this next rose
But
ceremony.
who are your four?
I've got Katie, Hannah G, Wills, and Clay.
Okay.
So I might lose Clay as well.
Yeah.
I don't think you will. I think in the teaser for post rose ceremony, him and Nicole are back together.
Okay, that would make me very happy.
Christian's gone, huh?
I don't think Christian makes it. I don't think
I
Cam
don't think
makes
Christian
it.
sticks around after that fight.
Who's this
Really? I
homie
thought he was
that
gonna be
kind of
The
looks like
Bachelor.
Tim Tebow that really beefed up since the last time we
Kevin.
saw him? He's dumb as well.
Yeah.
When he said the
big
ocean
dumb.
looked like he's like, it looks like the world. I'm like, yep.
He looks like live action Kronk to me.
It's something
He looks like
that.
pretty Squidward.
Yeah.
Pretty Squidward.
When they make him up to be all pretty in SpongeBob.
Oh my gosh.
He's all shiny with big lips.
That's so okay. It's the lips for sure. So that means our point totals, because we just had. And did we decide rose ceremony? If they make it past a rose ceremony, that's a point. Is that what we decided,
thought it
or
was
is it
per
per episode?
episode.
So it is per episode?
I thought so.
I think when we talked last Mini Monday,
We changed it to rose ceremony.
we never decided.
Ooh.
We didn't decide. We can decide.
And we never talk unless we're recording.
We can decide right now.
I only say rose ceremony because that's easier to keep track of.
Let's do it.
Because I feel like I can point to a rose ceremony more than an episode of someone being there.
Yep.
And that's a disadvantage to me regardless, because I'm the only one that's lost anybody.
So that means
I
all
don't
have-
even have a point.
for
Because
one person.
Bibby has not even made it. No, did Bibby give a rose? Did the women have the roses
No,
first?
she left at the first rose
Yeah,
ceremony.
so I don't need, she never got me a point. So I only have 3 points. I've only made it past one rose ceremony with 3 people. And
Okay.
y'all each have 4.
Okay.
And then they have a chance to double at this next one.
Makes
Yep.
sense.
Cool.
Yep.
And if you guys want to play along, You're welcome to. We just started.
Yeah,
and
please do.
you could probably beat us. We are in a fantasy Bachelor in Paradise league together outside of this one. There's so many stipulations. I forgot to set a lineup in the most recent one, but Jordan was reminding me sometimes that could be a good thing.
I don't think you're even in last place. Like, I
because
think you could
in
still
this
do it.
league, you can lose points.
Right.
For crying, for
being bleeped out, having to have
talking about
unity
Jared and
blurred.
Ashley, for like
Oh, that is one, isn't it?
yeah, for tons of stuff. I feel like Cam had one phrase in this one when he was crying that made me think he lost 1,000,000 points. Like he did all the negative things that you're not supposed to do. He said, I came here with the right intentions, which I think is negative points if you say that.
Showed his butt, cried, bleeped out 1,000 curse words and kept talking about Ashley, I, and Jared.
Yes, and hadn't drinking any alcohol the whole time, so he's not getting those points back.
Right.
It's a great show.
It's a great show.
It's a great show.
I want us to sign off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because we've got to move on.
It's true.
Just how Bibby's got to move on. R.I.P. She didn't die. Well, that'd be a completely different show, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Like the floor just drops to the netherworld. That song somehow makes it into a show every other week.
I know.
Yeah, for real.
It's always in my head a little.
Yes. To sign off, are you familiar with like any wrestling moves at all?
Suplex and people's elbow.
Pile driver. Punch. Kick. Throw. Choke. Slap. Poke.
Drinks with the boys after.
Yeah.
Wrestling move.
And then
that's Stone Cold.
pick
Steve
it all
Austin.
up, do it again tomorrow.
Because I was gonna have a sign off. I was gonna sign off by having us say like, what other wrestling move would you have loved to see Jordan do to Christian?
Oh, we can still do that.
We could do it.
So I'm Carter, and I would like to see. I was a big Goldberg fan. He had something called the jackhammer, to where he would lift someone straight up into the air, which it's very unnatural, as most wrestling moves are, because the person being lifted into the air, their like toes, like their feet are straight up. Like you'd kind of be limp if that was happening. But he does the jackhammer and then throws them down to pin them. I would have loved a Goldberg jackhammer on Christian, personally.
I'm Doge, and I'm really hoping that next week's episode starts with a people's eyebrow showdown, where they're just flexing their eyebrows at each other, and they have an eyebrow duel, and only the best model can win.
Yeah, I'm Jordan, and I would have loved to have seen Jordan come out of nowhere with the chair.
Just another level of violence.
Yeah, just like from the rooftop of the like papoose or whatever they're in. Papoose is for babies. What are those things called?
Cabana?
Patagonia? Is that the jacket company?
They do.
Pagoda?
Pergola?
Pergola? Arbor. And just drop from the ceiling with a chair and just really annihilate Christian.
I love it.
To death.
I love it.
Bye.
It's Pergola.